Where did you fly over?
Flew over, geez, all
Fort Yukon,
yeah, kind of repeated what we had done the other day, only we had landed there in Fort Yukon. And then on our way back, we'll fly over some other areas too.
So how has what you've seen impacted you?
Well, hearing the stories and hearing this amazing community of Alaskans who have come together and are quite self-sufficient. You know, they are helping to coordinate all the different agencies and the private individuals who are wanting to help. Hearing their stories of how they're surviving through all of this is very, very inspiring, and the attitudes that are out here are amazing. Very optimistic, very positive, despite the circumstances that are pretty horrendous. I don't know if the rest of Alaskans have really been able to grasp yet the devastation in these areas, but the folks who live out here and are dealing with this, what I hear from them inspires me, and hopefully will inspire the rest of Alaskans, that overcoming adversity, overcoming circumstances that really are tough to even explain and tough to really fathom and absorb the impacts from Mother Nature in this activity, really gives us a lot of hope that people who live in these remote areas, especially of Alaska, are quite self-sufficient, and they're not looking necessarily to government to come in and help, and not necessarily for government to be the be-all end-all answer, but they're doing this themselves, partnering with the public sector, and again, very inspiring.
And so have you seen anything like what we have right here in any of these other communities?
No, this is by far the worst that I have seen, and maybe John Madden adds to that also, but yeah, what we've seen in Eagle is much more dramatic and traumatic than we've seen in other areas. And this is historic. You know, maybe back in the 30s they saw a bit of this devastation, but in all of these decades since, nothing like this has happened in this area.
And I'm sure you saw pictures, but standing here now, being able to look over this,
yeah.
Does it even compare?
No, and I was telling these folks too. Yeah, I've been watching the news and we've been seeing the pictures and getting the updates. But unless you're here and you're seeing this ice and you're touching this ice and you're seeing the power of the ice and the water and what it can do to structures, to properties, it doesn't do its justice when we're watching it on TV. But to be here and to see this and to see and hear how it has impacted these lives is very, very significant.
And so what is the last question? What is the power of your administration now to help these affected individuals who may not necessarily need or want the government help, very self-sufficient, but certainly you have some capabilities?
We absolutely do, and the state is very committed to making sure that there is a coordinated effort with Red Cross, with FEMA, with Homeland Security, with state agencies, and with the tribes and with the local governing bodies, everybody coming together to work to provide some solutions to the problems that this flood has created. And the nice thing, again, about the people who are living out here is they've taken upon themselves to work very cooperatively with the agencies that are coming in to assist. And it looks like it's really a well-oiled machine that they have put together. The residents of Eagle have put this together, and we are here to help and to assist. And we have a lot of tools that are available for that assistance.
Okay. Do you have any questions, Scott? Anything else you wanted to add?
I can't think of anything, John. Anything else? Okay.
Great. Seen anything like this?
No, I liken it to probably on the scale of the '64 quake in downtown Anchorage. This smaller scale in terms of structures being impacted, because there aren't as many people, obviously, that live out here, but total devastation in some of these areas. And don't know if a lot of people have been able to grasp that yet. The exciting part for people who live here is they're going to see the rest of Alaska's spirit come through on this. They're going to see the rest of Alaskans who so desire to help the residents of Eagle and others along this river who want to contribute and want to help. They're going to see a manifestation of that, Alaska coming together as a real solid family and community, and they're going to see a lot of assistance come through that way.
Why was it important for you to come see this personally?
Yeah, because I knew that what I was seeing via the visuals and hearing the reports wasn't quite enough. I wanted to be here. I wanted Eagle residents and Fort Yukon residents and other residents who have been so impacted, I want them to know how much the state cares. And I'm blessed to have the position that I have where I can show that caring spirit that really is a reflection of the rest of Alaska.